This is Matt, and this is a video on how to create a checkout page in Kajabi. So I'm right here in my Kajabi backend. We're in the offers section right here. If you don't know how to get there, you need to come down on the sidebar to sales, and then we need to select offers right here. So we're on offers, so we can customize any of the checkouts we already have right here, any of the offers. But if we want to create a new one, we can just click on this black button for new offer. And this begins the offer and checkout process. So we can call this, let's just call this demo for the offer title for this video. Now we can select a product to actually link. I'm going to go with Video Business Blueprint here. So you select your product and you'll see that it's a course right here. So now we click on next. And now we can start to actually price things up. So we can choose a pricing plan here. We've got payment plan, subscription, so that's weekly or monthly intervals. Then we have the one-time payment and free if you want to actually not charge at all for this. So let's go with one-time payment, which is the default here. We're going to go with $597. We'll price in dollars as that is the market, even though I'm in the UK right here. So then we can select our payment providers. We're going to go with Stripe. I've also got PayPal added right here, so if you do have PayPal already set up on your Kajabi account, you can click the little checkbox right there. So you can also add Apple Pay and Google Pay, which I haven't done yet, but that's a super useful way now with the new Kajabi payments. So you see that as I've added the price, this has started to populate here, and you can start to see that our offer is starting to populate. So we can click next, and now we can choose the different versions. So we've got the enhanced checkout, which I recommend. This is quite new on Kajabi, or you can have the legacy checkout if that's what you prefer. So let's stick with enhanced checkout, which is the default selection here. We can go with a solid button background. So this is the background here, currently black. So if you want to customize that, I recommend making it a more appetizing color. Orange is quite good. Red, sort of a reddy orange. I've got a bit off piece here. I normally go for this sort of that color there, this kind of hex code right there, but your mileage might vary. There's the hex code there. We can click these drop downs here. So for checkout fields, you can start to add more of these. If you want an address in there, you want a name, maybe a phone number and a tax ID, so you can start to flesh this out. We've also got the service agreement, so you can choose to add that in there as well. I'm just going with not required right now. So now we click on save and finish, and Kajabi will work its magic, and now we've got an offer created right here. So you see that we can start to customize this. There's post-purchase stuff here. We've got the automations down the bottom. We can see the products that's associated. And we can also click on cross-selling. So if you want to do any of your upsells, downsells right here, you can start to add them in right there. But let's customize the checkout right here. I haven't got a description currently. There's no internal title yet. So you can have that, that's optional. Here, offer status, so you can have draft or published if you're obviously working on this and you're not ready to actually publish it. Although to be fair, like having it published by default isn't too bad, because unless you're actually sharing this link, which if you want to actually share this checkout, which is what you're eventually going to do, you're going to click check link, get link even. So it's fine. I'm just saying it's fine to have this published by default because no one's going to kind of stumble upon this anyway. So now to actually edit the checkout, click right up here at the top, edit checkout. And you'll see that they've changed things recently on Kajabi. There's much better kind of customizable checkouts. It used to be with the legacy. It used to be quite kind of boring, you know, some of these. So you see here, this is the one I just fleshed out with the options earlier. So you see that we've got the summary, we've got the total due, there's the payment button at the bottom, the all-important payment button. This is cool. I like how they're doing this now with payment, with card and PayPal, and you see the other options here. So we can start to edit these. There's a ton of different, I'm not going to go through every single option. There's a ton of different stuff. You can even add custom code if you want to like override stuff with JavaScript and CSS. You can start to really customize things. That's a bit more advanced. But just for the basic sections, you can add headers in here. You can add checkout, which obviously we've already got right here. You can put a footer in there. You can do exit pop-ups and a two-step opt-in as well if you so desire. So start to edit these little sections here. We can click add section. We just got a ton of different options. So let's say we wanted 3 feature cards right here. And like I say, I'm not going to go through all of these as there's just a ton of different options and information right here. But if we want to actually add the 3 feature cards, we can add that in right here. That appears by default at the bottom. We can also edit this section, and we can start to move things around. I mean, there's just a ton of different options here. You know, obviously you're going to change your title, and we're going to call this something like Filmmaker's Guide, or whatever your deal is here. We're going to obviously make that bold, and we can increase the font size and so on and so forth. So I'm not going to do that right now, but you can see the kind of options that you have here and the control that you have over how your checkout page actually looks. It's a little bit more what it used to be like. It used to be quite stifling, the legacy mode. It used to be very contained. You know, you can go back and look at old pictures of old Kajabi checkouts. They weren't very inviting. Not the kind of level of detail they used to have with the sales pages themselves, which are highly customizable. This is a bit more like that now. So also it's quite cool. You can see the views here. We've got obviously there's tablet there, and there's like a landscape tablet and the mobile. So you can see how these checkouts would look on the different screen resolutions. I mean, you can even actually change between the different iPhones. Samsung, they've got Google Pixel here, so there's slight variations. So you can go through and kind of fiddle with all of this stuff to your heart's content, but this is the default desktop view. So once you've finished customizing everything, like I say, you can highly customize this, make it look really cool. I'm not going to do that right now, but you will click on save at the top, and that will save your changes. So hopefully you've found this video, and I've gone a little bit over long here than what I wanted to, but hopefully you found this video on how to create a Kajabi checkout form useful and going through all the settings. If you found this video helpful, drop the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this.